Hello photographers, my name is Spyros Heniadis and this is where I answer your photography questions and we learn about photography together. This week I was going to do another Lightroom video, but I decided to share with you one of the bonus videos from my Guide to Shooting in Manual Mode video course. What we're going to talk about is getting good photos in low light situations. And with the holiday season coming, I'm pretty sure you're going to find yourself at a family gathering or a party where you're going to want to take photos and you're not going to have much light to work with. So with that in mind, here's how to choose the right settings to get good photos in low light. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you the settings that you need to choose on your camera when you're trying to shoot in low light and you want to get a good, decent shot. And when you're doing this, we're using the I am shooting method. So we're going to start with the ISO, and then we're going to set the aperture, and then you need to set your shutter speed. And in a situation like this, in a bar environment or a dark environment, maybe a wedding or even in your home, you are working with really low light. And the thing you need to do is maximize your settings to let in as much light as possible. So we're here at the Water Street Grill, and I have to say thank you to Tech for allowing us to come in here and record this video. And my friend Kelly here is going to be the model. She's helping us out, and my friend Kim is here. So I want to say thank you to everybody first for helping me. And now we're going to talk about the settings. In low light, you want to maximize the amount of light that you're going to get into the camera. So the first thing you're going to do in a situation like this is you're going to set your ISO to a higher setting. This is going to allow the camera to capture more light. So I'm going to grab my camera. I got this Pentax K3 here, and currently my ISO is set to 100. I'm going to boost that up significantly. I'm going to start by jumping all the way up to ISO 800. And I'm using my 50mm f1.8 lens here, and this is key because when you're shooting in low light, the bigger your aperture can be, the more light you're going to get in the lens into the camera. Without even thinking about depth of field, because it's so dark, I'm going to set my aperture to f1.8. That's the largest available aperture on the lens, allowing for the most amount of light to get into the camera. And once I've got it set to f1.8, now what I need to do is just take a look at the shot, set it up, and see what my shutter speed's going to be. So as I point the camera at Kelly, and she's got a great chocolate cake drink there, and I look at this, my shutter speed is currently set to 1/100th of a second. And at 1/100th of a second, I'm actually showing a negative exposure. It's reading off the chart, so it's greater than -3, meaning that it's still too dark. So I'm going to take my shutter speed, and I'm going to set it until I get a 0 exposure, and when I do that, it's 1/25th of a second. So I'm not even going to take a picture because I know at 1/25th it's too slow. Camera shake is going to make the picture blurry, and I don't want a blurry picture. What that means is I need to go back to the top to my ISO and increase that ISO setting, and I'm at 1/25th. If I take my ISO from 800 to 1600, that's going to allow me to take my shutter speed from 1/25th of a second to 1/50th of a second. And I know that I can safely shoot a shot at 1/50th of a second and have it be sharp. So I'm going to do that, taking my ISO up to 1600. And I don't even have to look at it. I'm just going to set my shutter speed to 1/50th of a second, and when I look in here, it is perfect. So now I'm ready to take a shot of Kelly having a nice drink at the bar, and this is what the shot looks like, and it actually looks fantastic. And that is it in a nutshell. That is how you set your settings to get the best low light shot that you can get. Now, if you do all of this, if you set your ISO up to the highest ISO you're comfortable with, if your aperture is wide open, and you still can't get a fast enough shutter speed, what's happened is you've reached the limitations of the camera that you're using. What you can do in that situation is one of two things. One, you can put the camera on a tripod. With the camera on a tripod, it's not strictly necessary to have a shutter speed that is fast enough for you to hand hold it, because the tripod will hold the camera steady. You're not going to have any camera shake. Now, if you don't want to lug around a tripod, or if you can't use a tripod, you're not necessarily going to take a tripod into a bar, then your only other option is going to be to add light to the situation. Now, you could add it by using that little pop-up flash on the camera, but that flash usually sucks. You're better off using one of those hot shoe flashes that allow you to point it at the ceiling or bounce it off a wall or something of that nature. So that's that's how you take a shot in low light. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, how to set your settings or challenges that you experience in low light, let me know. Just use the Ask a Question form below, and be sure to check out the exercises below so that you can practice taking your own low light shots. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about getting good holiday photos with your family and friends, let me know down in the comments. And even though this Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the United States, I'm still going to be doing a Q&A video, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you really like this video, why don't you do me a favor and share with your friends? But the most important thing you should do is get out there and take some damn photos. I'll see you on Thursday with that promised Q&A.